Bonjour, ça va? How you guys doing? So, as you can tell, I'm in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire, in West Africa. If you didn't already know, so let me give you a bit of a backstory. Yeah, story time. So I started to learn French sometime at the end of last year, and I just got this whole interest or this whole urge to go to a French speaking country and just immerse myself and speak French and hear them speak French and all of that. I'm gonna random, right? Totally random. I couldn't go to France because, well, my account was not set up for France at that time. At this time, actually, because it was 30 December, there was January, all of that. So the next best thing or next best place to go was somewhere in West Africa, not too far from Nigeria, Abidjan. So I booked a flight. It was a bit of a back and forth anyway. But I packed my things, booked a flight, and came straight to Abidjan. I don't know anybody here. It's a solo trip. My first solo trip. I do stuff on my own anyway. I do solo stuff, but I don't think I've ever gone to a place where I don't know anybody. I mean, I arrived today. My flight was at 10 from Lagos. I arrived here around 12 Abidjan time, Cote d'Ivoire time. I met three people already, like at the airport. One girl was also a solo traveler, but she was coming for work. Another guy lives here. I think he does some kind of business here. Another guy is here from Nigeria, and his office has an office. His company has an office in Abidjan, so they do something here. So I mean, that's one of the good things about solo traveling. You get to meet people if you immerse yourself, right? So and they all thought I could speak good French. Funny enough, and the thing is, I only know like a few words, but I think I speak those words like I really know it. So they kept saying, "Oh my God, that's so bold! Like you just came to Abidjan to speak French and you can speak French. When you start learning how to speak French, blah 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 blah." Yeah, so it's been good so far. I mean, it's great to have three contacts, two of visitors and one of somebody who actually lives here. So I mean, just in case of anything, there's somebody to ask questions or just some form of contact, right? So that's pretty much it. So I'm staying at this hotel called B&B Resort and Spa Hotel. It was pretty nice. It's pretty nice the room I'm staying at. I saw it online, and the room I actually wanted to book. Funny enough, another backstory. I saw this particular room they gave me, right? But I didn't book it because the way my account was set up, right? I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me go for another type of room, another type of suite. So I booked that one, right? Which is still nice, but not as nice as this one. So I arrived today, got to the reception, told them that, oh yeah, I want to stay. But my plan is I'll stay here for one night, see how it is. If I like it, I can extend for my mini stay in Abidjan. If I don't like it, I'll go to another hotel called Scene Hotel, which is quite nice as well. I've got two recommendations to stay at Scene Hotel, but I didn't stay there because it'd be far from the places I would be going to. So my plan is stay here for one night. If I like it, then I extend. If I don't like it, then I'll move to Scene. I went to reception when I arrived here, and I told them, oh yeah, I want to pay for one night, blah blah blah. And the girl, I mean, she couldn't really speak English, but I think that's even the one part of it. Just having to patch together my French and having them patch together their English and just trying to use Google Translate, and it's fun. So long and short of the whole thing was that the room I booked for was no longer available. So she says that that room is not available. I said, pourquoi? Pourquoi in French means why. So I was like, pourquoi? So she was like, she said a long string of sentence in French. I couldn't really, so she typed it out. And basically, what she meant to say was that the room was no longer available. However, she had upgraded me to, guess what? The apartment that I actually really wanted in the first place. Like, can you imagine that? Like, I wanted this place. I couldn't get this place because of the price difference. Then I arrived today and they told me that the one I had to settle for was no longer available, and they have upgraded me to the one I always wanted. Like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. This is me really hoping that this mic is working. Like, I recorded a video earlier and there was no audio, so I'm really hoping that all of this is not wasted. Anyways, so I just got in. I figure I'm looking yeah, not. I look like I need to rest. Let me put it that way. So yeah, I just arrived. The room is quite nice. I'll link a video. I'll show you a tour actually. at the end of this video, I'll show you how this room looks. It has a cute kitchenette, a cute bathroom, a study area. I'm going to be using that place for my work, to also do my webinars, also record some training videos. I'm really happy about this. I'm happy with my tripod as well. So I can do some recordings for my trainings. I want to get all of this out during this trip. That is the sole purpose of this trip, to get my work done, like my personal work, get my webinars up and running, my training, my online courses. I want to record them, to record all of them and upload to the learning management system so that you guys can purchase. I want to also launch two programs: the teacher skills bootcamp and also the goal setting bootcamp. This, I want to do these things. I have a list of things I want to do here. But in the meantime, I'm also going to do some other things. Like I've hooked up, like I've contacted some salsa people. For those of you who know I salsa, so I'm a learner salsa. I'm a learner in salsa, right? So I've contacted a couple of them. There is salsa tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna go because it's a bit far from where I'm staying. When I say far, I mean like 40 minutes during the day, but I'll check in the night. It's possible that there won't be traffic and as um it will not be as time consuming getting there. So there's salsa tonight. There's also a salsa festival on Saturday. And guess what? So they're all gonna move from um Abidjan now, where we are, to Assini. Assini is another place. So I've kind of contacted them and they've put me in this WhatsApp group where we'll all carpool. Guys, this is Mercy from Lagos, Nigeria. Who knows? No, please don't tell my parents. Don't tell anybody this is happening. Who doesn't know anybody in Abidjan has joined a couple to a salsa thing in Assini on Saturday? I haven't confirmed, I haven't paid yet, but I'm considering it. Like, should be fun, right? I want to take some lessons actually. I mean, there's a lot of Latin dance in here, so I could do some lessons and improve on my skills. When I go to Lagos, I can give you guys all them, all them styles. Anyways, guys, so this is the first part of my video. Hope you enjoyed it. Have you been to Abidjan? Have you been to Cote d'Ivoire? What was it? What was your experience? Oh my god, my experience. Okay, so I knew that. I've heard. I haven't been to France, but I heard that in France, if you can't speak French, you pretty much you pretty much get stuck, right? If you can't speak French. But for some odd reason, I thought that in Abidjan to be different. I thought that most people would be bilingual. I know. So I arrived at the airport, and um, turns out many people could only speak English. I wanted to change money. I had to say things like le change argent, like I want to change money. L'argent means money. So when you say l'argent, they're like, oh, money, money. They direct you, right? But it's funny how they could not speak a word of English. So I would always ask, to parle anglais, which means you speak English. Do you speak English? And they're like, no, 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 je ne parle anglais. And that's what I kept hearing from everybody, except the guy who was in front of me at Burger King. I needed to know how to ask how much is something. So I had to ask him to parle anglais. He was like, oh yeah, oui, je parle anglais. So I asked him, how do I ask how much something is? And he's like, oh, you can say combien ça coûte? Combien ça coûte? I always thought it was qu'est-ce que combien. So I asked him, I was like, what about qu'est-ce que combien? He was like, yeah, that's also fine. You can also say c'est combien and things like that. See, guys, my French. By the time I'm done with this place, I'm gonna be speaking French left, right, center, left, right, center. Anyway, my point is that you live in your cocoon, like in your country, and think that everybody speaks English. Like I've never been in a place where I've always just thought that people could speak English, but I knew that people have other languages. But I've never had to face the reality of being in a place where I'm saying something and the next person is not even understanding what I'm saying. Like it's so weird, you know. And we all look alike. When I say all, I mean like the Ivorians look like we all look alike. We're all, Africans. We look African. But the thing is, you open your mouth to speak and they're like, huh? Or they open their mouth to speak and I'm like, huh? Like it's just so it's fantastic. And I think that's the good thing about traveling. Like you just observe a lot of things and you're like, the world is actually bigger than your own little cocoon. And this is just me um in Abidjan, which is still in West Africa, right? This is not me all the way in another continent. I'm still in the same continent. But good thing about travel is when you travel, you meet different people and just see how people, see the nuances of people and just see how people interact, see how they interact with you, you know, they don't know you from anywhere, but just see how they accept you or don't accept you or how they react to you and how you're able to just navigate those things, how you meet a person whose defenses are probably already up, maybe because you're not speaking their language. Then when you try to speak their language, when you break a smile, they can literally just see them soften up. The human psyche, human psychology is quite interesting. Anyway, guys, I think I've rambled on for a good 11 minutes now. Hope you enjoyed this video. This is my first, I think it's the longest video I have on YouTube. And yeah, let me know if you've been to Cote d'Ivoire, Abidjan. Let me know, how was your experience? Where did you stay? What did you do? How was it? All right, guys. Till the next video. Take care. Au revoir.